Well, hey there. This is a stitch video, and I'm going to show you how to do my happy square stitch. And this is it right here. And I'm pulling it out so you can, excuse me, see the squares. And the other side looks really good too. Squares there, so it's quite reversible. And I'm just really enjoying doing this because I've fallen absolutely in love with this yarn, and this yarn is so easy and fun to work with. So let me tell you what the yarn is. The yarn is Bergère de France Harlequin. I got it online from a company back east in Canada, Quebec, which is French speaking mostly, although they're bilingual. So this is in French. So I believe it's Harlequin in English, and there will be English labels other places that you buy this. And it's 50% wool, 50% acrylic, and the color is Tibet. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful yarn. It has a shine to it. It is made like a lot of the hand spun yarns where it gets thinner and fatter, and I just love yarn like that. It gives your stitches so much character, and of course that's what you get with expensive yarn that's hand spun. You get that effect of thinner and very old-fashioned too, but I really love that in my yarn. Not everyone does. Okay, so here's the stitch. It has no purls in it. I figured out an edge that would work. So although this is a stitch video, I'm going to show you how to do the edge. The cast on I did was the crochet chain cast on. It's on my YouTube channel. I did that. I did 2 rows of owl eye, and I'm doing an owl eye border just to hold the stitches in place and to prevent it being really loose and loopy right at the edge here because it's such a loose stitch. And the sides, stitch I'm doing on the side just looks like this. So it's got a kind of a chain, a little bit of chain, a little bit of chain, a little bit kind of look to it. See if I can get it really good in the camera. Get it close up here. It's hard to see on these stitches, but see there's a chain and a little bit and a chain here. Look, and a little bit. And so it looks like that on the side, and it looks like that on this side. But it's quite a nice edge that goes with the stitch. Like the chain bit here goes with that part of the stitch. This goes with that part of the stitch. So actually goes with the stitch, and you need a really, really long side because it's a really long stitch process. It goes really, really fast with no purls. It's just going together so fast. And boy, in a nice yarn, it's just so fun and nice to work with. Okay, so we should get going with the video. Now I have some stitch markers in here, and basically forget about them. I just was too lazy to actually take them out. I just like really wanted to work with this yarn, so I just started going. But you might want to put 2 here and 2 at the end, which at least I do have 2 here at the end, so that you're marking the way you do the end pegs to have it work with the stitch. Okay, and when we get to the ends, I'll show you how I'm doing the ends, but let's concentrate on the stitch. Okay, now unfortunately I'm starting this video and we're red on red, but I've got it really close so you're going to be able to see, and I can always zoom in a little more if need be. Okay, so whatever stitch I'm on when I leave it, I'm going to go to the next peg and do a U-wrap. And then I'm going to go to the next peg and do a U-wrap. Then I'm going to go back to the first peg and do a U-wrap. Then I'm going to come back and do an E-wrap and then a U-wrap. And if I do one after the other, I just do this motion. I do the E-wrap, then the U-wrap. It's kind of a figure 8 thing. And knit them over. And then go back and do the U-wrap. But that keeps you from getting mixed up too. So the U-wrap, the E-wrap, sorry, the E-wrap, over to do the U-wrap, knit them off, go back, do a U-wrap, come back and do an E-wrap, and then a U-wrap. Go back, U-wrap it, okay, E-wrap and U-wrap. Knit them over, go back and do a U-wrap, knit it over, E-wrap and U-wrap, knit it over, go back and do the U-wrap, knit it over. Now you can actually just go E-wrap, U-wrap, and go back and do the U-wrap. I just like to do them in the one motion like this. I find it goes faster and it keeps me from getting confused about which wrap I'm doing. Okay, so again, E-wrap, U-wrap, back over to U-wrap, E-wrap, U-wrap, back over and U-wrap. Okay, E-wrap and U-wrap. Okay, now I'm on the second last, I'm on the second one of the 2 last pegs. So put that over. So then what I'm going to do, because I've hit this peg here, is I'm just going to go over this one now. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do this all really nice and loose at the sides, because I want these sides really loose so that they don't get too much tighter than the middle. And then I'm going to come back around and wrap it again. So here I am, behind, in front, wrap it again. Then I'm going to come over and do the U-wrap here, and come back, wrap this again, second last peg again, and then I'm just going to come back and start doing the stitch. So I'm going to U-wrap it, and or E-wrap, U-wrap, come back and do the U-wrap, E-wrap, U-wrap, come back and do the U-wrap. Okay, so E-wrap, U-wrap, come back and U-wrap it, E-wrap, U-wrap, come back and U-wrap it, E-wrap, U-wrap, come back and U-wrap it. So what's really happening is each peg is getting 3 stitches, and that's why it's so important to have an end that will work with that. So E-wrap and U-wrap, and come back and U-wrap it, E-wrap and U-wrap, come back and U-wrap it, E-wrap and U-wrap, come back and U-wrap it, E-wrap and U-wrap, come on, yarn. There we go. Come back and U-wrap it. And I'm just going to pull out a little bit of yarn here. we go. Okay, E-wrap and U-wrap. And come over here, U-wrap it, E-wrap and U-wrap. Come back and U-wrap it. Okay, there's the two end pegs. So E-wrap and U-wrap. And then we're just going to go over here. And then we're going to wrap over them. Nice and loose. Come back around, wrap over them again, and I'm really nice and loose here. And then I'm going to E-wrap this one. Come back over here and U-wrap it. Come back and E-wrap and U-wrap. Go right into the stitch now. And then U-wrap it. And then E-wrap it and U-wrap it. And come back to do the E-wrap. And then I always leave it here so that I know the next thing I'm going to do is come and E-wrap and U-wrap, right? So I always leave it that part of the stitch. And as you can see, it's a lot longer just doing those 2 rows. It goes so fast. Has a lot of stretch to it. And the side is working great with it. Should pull out my stitches a little bit here. Let's just set them a little bit here. There we go. There. So there we go. Side works fine with it. It's long enough. It's got some stretch. Very, very stretchy stitch. And we can look at the other side again. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Loom. It's my favorite loom company, Cindy Wood. I just love their looms. And this is a 3/4 inch 30 peg loom. And it's from their, they have a Nifty Knitter type set, and it's one of the ones in that 3/4 inch set that they have. That is like the Nifty Knitters for its gauges. So this is the red one in the set. So anyway, there you go. And really, really a beautiful lacy stitch. It doesn't matter what gauge you do it on. It's always going to be a lacy stitch because of the way it's done. So you can do it on a thin gauge. You could do it on a zippy loom type loom if you wanted to. It's going to work on anything. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, bye.